Now that the 2023 NFL Draft is in the books, we turn our attention to the less fun part of the year. You know, the rest of the offseason, OTAs, rookie minicamp, all that kind of stuff before we head into training camp. And if I'm being perfectly honest, like, this is kind of the lull, but hey, this is the fun time where we get the opportunity to come up with new content. And I gotta be honest, I really feel like as we head forward, moving forward into training camp and the rest of this off-season program, I really feel like just looking in the comment section and really listening to everybody, I feel like not a lot of people are excited for the Raiders this year. I don't think that is necessarily the best way to go about it this year, because I do feel like the Raiders still could, in fact, shock the NFL. Now, what do you mean, Colton, when you say shock the NFL? I think that if the Raiders do, a couple of things right, I think they could be a 9-8, a 10-7 / playoff team if they do some of the things correct. Now, do I think they're going to go all the way to the Super Bowl? Probably not. But I do think that there is some things with this team that should get you pretty excited, and especially it starts really with the roster. So on the offensive side of the football, yes, Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be that game manager for the Raiders. Josh Jacobs is going to run the ball for days. Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, Hunter Renfrow, Austin Hooper, and Michael Mayer, all definitely guys that are going to be a bright spots. Now, the offensive line, we're going to address that in another video, probably tomorrow or the next day, talking about how we can fix the NFL or the line for the Raiders, excuse me. I really think that there's a lot of different things that they could do, but as for right now, that left side, I'm not really that worried about. You talk about Colton Miller being that guy who is the star left tackle. Dylan Parham played admirably as a rookie. Andre James is that dude at center. It's really the right side that we're worried about, but I think that can get remedied with a couple of different situations. But if we're being honest, the offense wasn't necessarily the concern. Last year, the Raiders were, top 15 in pretty much every category, whether it was yards or scoring or whatever. They could put up points. The problem was the defense, and I really feel like that kind of has transpired into this year, and I really think that's really going to be the case again. So honestly, I know you got Tyree Wilson, you got a couple of different dudes on the defense that you're excited about, but honestly, overall, I really do expect the Raiders to be in a position where the defense is really the major concern. Can you get pressure on the quarterback? Can you get takeaways? Can you stop the run? These are all going to be huge questions that the Raiders, they got to answer, and I really do think they did enough in a lot of cases. You talk about Tyree Wilson, getting him in the first round. You talk about bringing in guys like really Byron Young, who I'm really excited about. Not going to be a starter, but from a pass rush perspective, I think he's going to give the Raiders a little bit of juice up front. Then you talk about, there's even at the linebacking core, you brought in Robert Spillane coming over from the Steelers. I think he can do some different things for you. So, there's some, whether it's the draft picks or whatever that you're excited about, I think this defense is going to be better-ish. I'm gonna knock on wood. Better-ish than last year. Like, it can't get worse, can it? I don't know. We're Vikings and Raiders fans on this channel, at least for now. At least from a faith perspective. But I think that the Raiders' defense is going to be better, and I know that's not saying much, but how the Raiders can shock the NFL is if this defense performs to that, top 20, top 15 type of a spectrum. I feel like over the last couple of years, we've seen them play on the lower tier part of that. If we can just get this defense, even just like top 18, like, honestly, I feel like Jimmy G could game manage this team into a couple of wins and maybe a couple of winning streaks and really get them into the playoffs. So I really think that's how they're going to do it. I think they're going to put up yards on the ground as well as put up points on the scoreboard, but I also think that it really does come down to what they're going to do defense in order to shock the rest of the NFL and maybe find a way to sneak into the playoffs. But let us know what you guys think. Please also make sure to like and comment down below. That's what helps people find the show. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. But at the end of the day, let us know what you guys think about why the Las Vegas Raiders could shock the NFL.